to Los Angeles. It is a hockey night on ESPN+. The San Jose Sharks, the fourth and final meeting this season between the Sharks and the Los Angeles Kings. Here at the home of the Kings, Crypto.com Arena, and Tomas Hertl lacing them up, getting set for meeting number 4 between these two clubs. His Sharks have beaten the Kings all 3 previous meetings. It is St. Patrick's Day. The warm-up jerseys for the Kings, maybe they're looking for some luck of the Irish. They have not had much lately on the injury report. We will get to that in a moment, but the all-important Crypto.com standings. And it is a wild race, not just for the wild card, but even in these divisional battles, and the Kings in the thick of all of it. They are 7 points out of first place in their division. They are also 7 points out of not being in the playoffs altogether. As we welcome you to the Verizon pregame, and it will be an amazing sprint playoff-wise in the Western Conference down the road. Bob Wischusen, pardon me, and Brian Boucher. Luck of the Irish for me. Here upstairs, and Linda Cohn is down ringside. And Bush, as we mentioned, luck of the Irish. There has been none this year for these Kings, just trying to stay healthy for this playoff run.
I've never seen a team get hit with injuries the way the Los Angeles Kings have in the last month. I mean, you really think about this. 8 of these 9 injured players all happened in the month of March, and these are significant players for the LA Kings. So they're at a tipping point right now. They're in the playoffs, but how do they respond to having this many players out? It'll be interesting to see. There's no doubt they are behind the 8 ball when it comes to having a tough time. But they get some good news tonight. Alexander Edler, who missed the last 36 games, returns on the back end. He is the only defenseman that was on the opening night roster for this team. He will be back tonight, so that's a good sign. Their top line has to get going. When you have injuries the way you have, you can't have your best players disappear, and that's what's happened to the top line. 31% of the LA Kings offense comes from this Kopitar line. They've been awfully quiet. They're going to need that to change here tonight if they want to reverse their fortunes.
And Linda, this Sharks team, they may be active at the trade deadline. We'll find out. But one player we know is staying put is Tomas Hertl, a 25-goal season.
Yeah, Bob, I mean, the Sharks may be out of the playoff picture, but let me tell you something. They are not rebuilding. Why? Because Tomas Hertl, their franchise center, how about that? An 8-year contract extension worth over $8.1 million annually. Tomas Hertl made it clear he didn't want to go anywhere. San Jose is the place for him. He loves it here, and the team cooperated with that. And let me tell you, he was a pending UFA. There were plenty of cup-contending teams that would have loved Tomas Hertl on their wish list, but not to be. Hertl stays. And oh, by the way, in 3 games against the Kings this year, he has totaled 8 points, and they've gone 3-0.
Well, it will be a long career, you would think, for the Sharks for Tomas Hertl. It has been a decade-and-a-half career between the pipes for Jonathan Quick and the Kings, and they will honor their goaltender, reaching the 700th game of his career when we come back.